Building home labs, we go all in. Networks and rack servers, that's our thing. Core computing, we're in the zone. Creating a future we can call our own.
So in the second part of this video, again, if you have questions, please leave them below. I do try and respond to all questions. But the second part of this video is to do with my internet. So in a minute, I'm going to go out with my phone and film the wireless fiber, I suppose you could call it. It works on the 60 gigahertz point-to-point type system. I did even find the manufacturer of the units and everything, and it's quite fascinating, the technology. But the speed difference is, compared to what it was, is fantastic. So I basically use my own router. I use OpenWRT, and it's a PC that's been kind of a small form factor PC that's been converted. It has 2.5, 10 gig, and gigabit connections. So it's got all of the connections that I use in my home lab. If I do a speed test, see, some speed tests are temperamental. That some of them I don't believe, they're not very good. Some are better, but some of them I don't believe. It's going at 300, but still, this is, compared to what mine was, this is fast. So I pay for the 500 package, which is 500 download, 500 upload. So yeah, download is very good, 349. I might eventually move to a gigabit and see if that increases it to even like 600, something like that. But I noticed, you're gonna laugh at this. So originally, the whole reason why Voneus came and fitted fiber in my area was the previous, go watch the previous video about when I asked my MP. I think I made it a video saying I asked my MP about the internet speeds, and then I worked with Simon for over a year on this, going back and forth, and then he put the survey out, and then it was catching up with the survey and stuff. Fantastic MP, but he was the one who really pioneered this to get it off the ground. And then Voneus came and fit, because I was told from BT, from TalkTalk, from all of the major providers, that fibre would never be fitted on the island that I live. It's a tiny island, but it's still an island off the main part of Barrow. Some of the town centre do have fibre, like full fibre to the door, but and some of the surrounding areas do, but it's still not lots and lots of houses. So because we were never going to get it, we were going to be stuck with this crappy VDSL service. Then, so Voneus come and fit the fibre, and I highly recommend them. They're a fantastic company. I'm just going to Google Photos, and I want to take. So yesterday, outside the front of my door, was this guy, and a lovely guy. I won't say his name because I did have a good chat with him. But I took a picture because it was so odd. I was like, he's not from Voneus, he's not from BT, but what he was doing. Let me share my screen. I'm not even sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. So click off that. Yeah. So he was out. This is my street basically, and he was outside the front of my door, surveying. So I went out and spoke to him, and I said, on the back of his jacket here is a Virgin Media, and I said, what's Virgin Media doing in in this area? And he said, well, we're surveying now for fibre. And I said, that's bonkers, because I was told that fibre would never be brought to where I live. So what I think has happened is so many people on the island have phoned up BT, Talk, you know, like all of these companies, and they're all leaving the contracts and they've all switched to Voneus. And BT have thought, you know, we added it up and it was a massive chunk of money. Like you're talking, I think there's 13 or 14,000 people living in the island, or houses, so to speak. And you're talking 40 quid for every house. You know, it's a huge chunk of money to lose. But then Voneus have done all of the work, fitting the equipment, buying the equipment, running the network, you know, so they deserve it. But I just thought it was so funny that this now sending surveyors into an area now that they're going to lose loads of money to a different company, a newish company. Apparently, this is Voneus's biggest project that they've done, biggest place, and they've done a fantastic job. The team are great. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the outside camera. I'm going to go kind of show you guys what my network internally looks like, and then what the external network looks like. So currently the internet still comes in through the same kind of place, and it's a little bit of a rubbish place for it to come into the house, but it's one of the only places it can. I'll show you what I've done. The old connection, it comes into my daughter's room, and then it's like, okay, well, there's only one plug socket in this room, so you have to run a big cable round and then kind of bury it in a wardrobe. I've sat and made some plans of how to get it out of the wardrobe, and even put a little rack or something like that in above one of the kitchen units for it, like a comms cabinet, for it to sit in there properly, because it's just not practical where it is. I'll turn the camera on and show you. So the connection comes in basically down here, past there. Bloody flies somewhere. As you can see, the connection, you know, this is where it really gets annoying, because it comes in, and I know it's messy, but it's all working and all up and everything. This is the Dell Wise system. This is a Dell Wise extended client, and this has the 2.5, 10 and gigabit. This is the old VDSL line coming in. Then this is just a Wi-Fi 6 router from the connection here, because obviously it's just, there's no wireless in that, so it has to then put this as an Wi-Fi 6 access point. This is another access point, but again, it's only 100 megabits, so you know, it's not very fast, that access point, so I've got a better router there. And then under here, under this, is the 2.5 gig connection, and then I've got a spare 10 gig connection ready to take this out. But really, I want this out of this wardrobe. It does close up nicely, like, you know, so it's all hidden. This goes down and then everything's hidden, but it's still not ideal. So eventually I think I'm going to put in a comms cabinet. I'll kind of show you now. So it comes down here, through there, round there, like this. Let me go down a bit further. Halfway through doing a lot of jobs. And then it comes to here, and then also splits off and goes through over there. So this is the 2.5 gig connection, and then it kind of splits off, goes through here, and then comes over here, and that's where it hits the garage. So, you know, it's quite a long kind of connection. Somewhere else I thought that I could put it is in here. There's nothing really apart from a few store things in here at the minute. This is just under the stairs. You know, I could fit a comms cabinet over this side, then all the connections just run down and then back and then to the garage. So I'll just show you the connection. I'll just turn it on to get a good look at it. So these are the connection points right at the top of the lamppost, and then that connects over to, there's one just in the distance over there. I would have thought that they would have put one on this lamppost to make it a bit of a better signal, but apparently it can go that far. So yeah, and then they stretch right round. So this goes to my mum's street, and then it goes all the way around, like literally the entire island. It just has these lamp posts with the receivers and the senders all on. So there is actually one just here. So that one's pointing at that one, then that one's pointing over to this one, then this one's pointing over to the next, and next, and next, and next, and then back around. And that's why you can get some pretty good speeds with it. So thank you to everyone for tuning in to this video on Voneus broadband and what it is and how it's been rolled out on this island. If you're interested in the Lenovo Legion Y700, I've been recording a video today specifically about some of the problems people have been having on the update, and also there's actually a new update to the global ROM, which is a slightly higher version. So I've been editing that today. That will be out either tomorrow or the day after, and that will kind of go through all of the questions that I've received on it, and a bit of background on when you should update, if you shouldn't update, because you need to double check the version numbers on the China ROM. But that will be in the next video coming out in the next few days. So it's been great to be back again and just filming, and I'll see you all very soon.
Set the stage, gotta build the hype. Core computing on the mic. We gonna take flight. From the ground up, we make dreams come true.